Hello and welcome to a Blaxplanation of the return of Blaseball, or opening day. In the beginning, there was a black hole. Then the black hole burped. An emergency alert. The burp had triggered exposition. Blaseball had been nullified, but play must continue. The site showed more expositional messages before our old favourite, wake up, play ball, which was echoed in increasing fervour by the black hole. When you enter the Blaseball site for the first time, after creating an account or logging in, you are greeted by the monitor. The monitor very briefly talks you through how Blaseball works and gets you to pick your favourite team. Changing teams is currently free. Once past the monitor, another familiar face returns, the ticker. As you click through the new site, pop-up boxes appear to help you accustom. The play page gives you access to the season overview, the schedule, betting, voting, and watching live. Messages initially contained just one missive from the game band, with some more exposition. The league page takes you to the divisions, where you can see all the teams and their standings. The teams each have an overview, where you can see the stats for a team as a whole, and a roster page, where you can see the players individually. Speaking of players, each team gained 5 completely new players, and the 2 players who fell, who had the receiver modification, Nan and Six-Pack Dog Walker, had been replaced by players who were charged in short circuits. We discover that all the teams retain one modification each, the one they had in relation to where they finished on the map in Season 24. Then the games began. But in classic Blaseball form, it wasn't long until a feature made itself known. The Pie Beams and Tiger Thieves games were in superposition, unable to continue. This caused another emergency alert, as time dilated. The Commissioner declared a brief siesta as time was fixed. Then it was back to play. But speaking of the Commissioner, they had been alternated sometime at the start of this season, meaning that Parker Macmillan on the Crabs lost the 2 modifications they had returned with. Games then continued with little event, until Alexander Horn crashed into the Stakes and Georges game from the black hole. They didn't appear on either team's active roster, but the Georges team stats altered, possibly confirming the continued existence of a team's shadows. We also find that shame continues into the new era, as the Dallé start strong and shame the Crabs. The Tacos also shamed the Flowers after a spillover game that lasted 15 innings and took the title for the longest recorded game in Blaseball history. As games finish, we discover new box scorecards, so you can see which inning you really shouldn't have missed. After a brief delay, betting appeared. You were able to bet on every game until the end of the standard season in advance. Bets still have odds, but you can only bet a maximum of 20 chips per game. You can't change your bet once it's made, but you can bet on more games in one day after your initial bets are placed. The Commissioner then announced that all players would receive chips and votes every day. This has given 20 votes and 100 chips per person. Votes can be used on blessings, currently a 1-winner raffle system. These offer the chance to max stats, pull players from the black hole, or alternate existing players on your team. Then it happened again. A new alert, leading to stars. Stars giving us a better insight into the players. These alerts start to show up in the Messages tab, a place where you can keep up to date with the plot events in Blaseball, alongside facts, figures, and reporting. The black hole wasn't done yet. In addition to the election, the black hole has burped out a decree called Redistribute Wealth, where the champion team trades away all of their players. At the end of the first 24 hours of Blaseball's return, this is still the only decree available. But as it says the ballot was contested, We should see more decrees fall as the week continues. By day 22, we have seen 14 players crash into games, and 2 incidences of players crashing into other players and replacing them. The frequency has been getting higher, so we may see a lot more of these in the games to come. So what can we expect from the rest of the season? At least one more decree, plenty more players falling, and as always, the unexpected. Blaseball is back with a burp. Thank you for joining me for another Blaxplanation. I'll be back with more Blaseball fun and facts soon, but until then, rejoice, play ball.